It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that will be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
On second down, Robinson. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
First down, and they go right back to him. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd and 1. Completed over the middle. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He's got Brown on the slant. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. From the gun, it's Daniels. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. It's enough for a first down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Now Daniels off the play action. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. From the red zone now. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play.
Dan Quinn pretty confident that they missed something there. He's going to challenge that call. Oh, this one is really close, Brock. Did he establish possession and then get both feet down?
Yeah, maintaining possession while being a ballerina, not always easy. A lot to look at here, but I know he thinks he's got a touchdown.
So a very early challenge, but a good one. Calls overturns, and that's going to unlock a 3rd challenge for them if it gets to that point later in this game. Gay with the point after. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass, which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 34. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Off the plate fake, he'll throw. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And he's taken down at the 30. 16 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a first down from the 30. Robinson sent in motion left. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. He finds Slayton. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Man in motion out of the slot. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
These aren't the plays that will lead highlight reels, but they're the ones that win you ball games. What a nice gain by the back. And now his offense can go in any number of directions on 1st and 10.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They go right back to Tracy. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Tracy once more. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
3rd and long for him here. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants finish off their opening drive. Malik Neighbors with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Gano ready to send this away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath. and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has a man, it's Brown.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at 1st down here. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A toss now to Robinson. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. First carry now for Austin Eckler. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's brought in by Luke McCaffrey. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
You know what I love to say, you never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
3rd and short, Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Connects with Jaxson. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Call it a lone yard on the run. It's going to be fourth down.
Defenses at this level, really any level, will let you run it there all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. You can give up yards, even a healthy chunk of them, but just float the ball and make sure he's brought to a halt well shy of that first down marker.
Gets this one away from a tough spot, backed up inside the end zone. It's taken at midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Commanders will go on offense. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for Robinson. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Daniels. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
You know, when we watch the combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. He finds Jaxson. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Coming left is Tracy. Oh, he lost the football. And the Commanders pick this one up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. They'll come up 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. On a slant, complete to Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. Well, it's a perfect play to break it big.
Neighbors with the catch. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Giants with a chance to score and take a lead into the locker room. They're now set for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
From the 19. Gets this to Johnson. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Throwing it again here. The back's got it. Touchdown, New York! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Gano for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. Gano ready to send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Commanders all set to regain possession. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Quick slant to Samuel. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Washington calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
2nd and 3 now. Again, Daniels to the air. That's taken in by Samuel. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Daniels back to throw. It's caught, Eckler. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for one play. Man, it's going to be a field goal try. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One last play before the break. He's back to throw. He beams one deep right side. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. So late in the half, Brock, why not take a shot downfield? And their prayers are answered as they come up with that late touchdown.
You know, this is just a case of who wants it more. If you're in that secondary, all you're thinking is knock the ball down.
Yeah.
Even if you make some contact, right? They rarely call pass interference on plays like that. But somehow, some way, the ball winds up as a touchdown.
And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. That's going to bring us to the end of this first half of football with the Giants holding things down in East Rutherford. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Hauled down that time by Jonathan Jones.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. A handoff to Tracy. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commander's territory. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. This time it's a passing play. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Gets this to Slayton. And he gets this forward to the 19. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw now. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. All set up now for 1st and 10. Here he goes on the bootleg. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to set up just beyond the 10-yard line. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's going to reach his own 20 before stepping out. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Play fake here. Daniels finds a seam down the middle, and they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Robinson on the inside give. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, who transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that in the 1st down play.
We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
The Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Malik Neighbors the one he was throwing for. So it'll be 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. He finds Jaxson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Back now, pressure on its way. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
The Giants are set to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. Ball at the 33 for first down. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. Here's Robinson up the middle. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. They get back 8 and now have a second and much more manageable 7.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
From the 36. Down he goes. The Giants got to him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
And the Giants going nickel. Third down coming. Here's Daniels. Throw complete to Eckler.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The home teams, and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be Giants football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Here's Tracy. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They run. Here's Tracy. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. 3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Second and 6 coming up here. Right side, quick pass, complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of timing, proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing from the gun. He's got time here. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
They'll send out the punting unit. Takes it in at the 21. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be their football. The Commanders set to take over. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. He puts some air under this one, deep right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Awareness. That's what I call it, Kate. Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. 3rd and long, you should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
They're out and set. 1st and 10. This is Tracy. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll try and throw it here. Finds his target, Robinson. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. He'll throw it. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. It's a gain of 1 big yard, Brock, because that sets him up with 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants push their lead to 18. Gano ready to send this away. This return starts at the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Daniels back to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now Daniels to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he's brought down at the line.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
They still need 10, but the offense getting set on 4th down. Daniels. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Giants offense all set to get started. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous, right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Connects with Slayton. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Second and 3 now. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants about set to celebrate this win. 3rd and just 2 to go. Back to throw. Has it on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Short side option here. He's running left. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Giants keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Mm-hmm. Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants grow their lead yet again. Gano ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense making its way back out now. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Daniels now. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Giants return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made.
You can see it right off the snap. They got a really good read on where that was designed to go. Having that extra defensive back, that nickel coverage, so critical on that interception. Give that defensive coordinator some credit. Had the right plan, the right personnel. These guys on the field made the right play.
Now here comes the New York offense. They put on quite the display in their own building here. Something they should be proud of as they come on to take their victory lap. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up first and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go right back to Tracy. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. So here at MetLife, it's the G-Men who come away with the win. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So, yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from New York.